Hey guys, hey. So I can't sleep. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning and I have to be at the gym at 9:30. Wah wah. Can't sleep. And all of my ladies that I talk to in the middle of the night are busy. So I'll kind of reiterate kind of what I did today and then what's kind of going on. So today I went and had my endocrinology blood work done. So I'll show you the small little clip of that. It's not much because that lady was very odd. She noticed the skin that I had and started telling me how her husband she told me that her husband is very fat and that there's nothing that they can do about it. And she was wondering, why I have the loose skin. And since she had a needle stabbed inside of my arm, I really didn't feel like eating her face. And I don't really know if she was being rude particularly, or if she was just curious, like, what did I do so maybe her husband could do it? But I really don't know. I really don't know. It was a really odd it was like a 2-minute conversation to her telling me that her husband's gigantically fat and that she met him that way and there's nothing that she can do about it, and now he's got hip problems. And I was just like, I'm sorry to hear that. And she was like, congratulations, you look wonderful. And I was like, thank you very much. And I was like, maybe he can look into having the gastric bypass of the sleeve. And she was like, oh yeah, I'll mention it to him. And I was like, okay, well, you have a good night. No, day. I never know what time it is. I never know what time it is. Never. Time? Forget it. I think it's the weekend when it's like Tuesday. Like, I don't know where I am. So that was an odd conversation. So another thing that I can come talk about is that I got bullied at the gym. In between classes, especially like the Zumba classes and like the prenatal classes and stuff like that, there's a lot of interchanging and people that are in the gym, especially because I go prime time, which is 5 o'clock. I don't know why I go at 5 o'clock, but I do. Because I like to torture myself, I suppose. So somebody who has horrible anxiety and who has social anxiety and has agoraphobia issues and has, panic disorder, to go at 5 o'clock, that should tell you something. So I go in and there's a whole bunch of ladies in there changing and like getting ready to go home, and like some of them are getting dressed to go into the next class and stuff like that. And there's 3 girls standing. When I say girls, I don't mean like teenagers. I mean like, probably early 20s, who are standing at the sink. And when I walk by, they're like, and I'm going into my stall to use the restroom, and they're like, oh, I don't even know how somebody would let themselves go like that. Like, just loud. Like, loud enough to where, like, who the hell didn't hear that? And so I yell from the other side of the stall, and I'm like, well, I used to be a bully who made fun of people and didn't mind my own business. And then the next day, I woke up just like this because, you know what? Karma's a bitch. And I've never seen 3 pairs of feet leave so fast in my life. Like, I just yelled it as loud as possible. I was like, I'm not putting up with that. I'm not putting up with that. I am not going to put up with people talking to me that way ever again. Like, they have no idea how much work I've put in to just get this big. And to make fun of me because, I walk in with my head held high and I'm not cowering in the corner like, oh, poor fat girl. Oh, I don't want people to look at me. No, you know what? Look at me and go fuck yourself. That's how I feel. Like, it might not like my choice of words right now, but that's how I feel about it. I'm like, I'm going to hold my head up high. I'm going to use the elliptical next to you. I'm going to use the bike next to you. I'm going to get down on the mat. I'm going to do all your fucking classes, and you're just going to have to deal with it because, you know what? You can be fit at any size, and you can kiss my ass. And that's how I feel about it. So, you know, I get the snide remarks and I get the weird looks when I walk into the classes, and I keep up with you, and it sucks. It does. It sucks a whole lot to break that stereotype inside your little head, doesn't it? Yeah, it sucks. Oh, it's awful. It's so bad. Again, you can kiss my ass. You take your stereotype, shove it right up your wazoo. You know, I get so many comments of women who are like, I don't want to go to the gym because I can't go to the gym because I'm going to get made fun of. If you continue to allow people to treat you that way, then that's what you're going to get for the rest of your life. When you stand up for yourself, that breaks the stereotype. When you say, I've had enough and I'm not going to let people talk to me that way, and I'm going to hold my head up high, and I'm going to go to all the classes, and I'm going to do what I want to do. Because again, the only person who is hurting is you in that situation, because that person that made fun of you, that did the snide remark, that looked at you weird, that gave you the evil eye, that, you know, blew their nose at you, that person's going to go on with the rest of their day being an asshole, doing something else. And you are the only one who is affected by what happened, because you didn't stand up for yourself. You didn't go to the class. You didn't go into the gym. You didn't do the things that you wanted to do. So in that retrospect, you know, the only person who is really getting anything out of that exchange is you. So, you know, I could have cried and sat in the bathroom and waited for everybody to leave, and then I could have skulked out and just got back in the car and went home. No. I went out there and I sat on the bike, and they were like 2 bikes over from me, and I just looked at them the whole time. I was like, I dare you to say something to my face. I dare you to say something to my face. And of course, none of them would even look at me. And I'm like, that's right. You can say shit when you don't think somebody's going to stand up for themselves, but they won't say something to your freaking face. So, you know, I walk into the gym like I own the place. Like, I do what I gotta do. I don't pay attention to anybody else around me. And I come home feeling victorious, because that's what I want to do. And that's what I do. And it works for me. And, you know, sometimes people are going to say horrible shit, and sometimes they don't. Sorry. For the most part, most people are just trying to do their own shit and don't care about you. I've told you guys that before. So many people are worried about their physique, and worried about what they're wearing, and worrying about if that girl over there is looking at them, or, you know, how their muscles, you know, like how big their gains are gonna get. Like, they don't give a shit about you, girl. They don't care. Like, they're busy doing their own shit. They're thinking about taxes, and they're thinking, you know, people may look at you as they walk by and be like, oh, I like your leggings. Oh, I like you. Half the time that I'm in there and, like, I look at people, I'm like, ooh, I like her leggings. Ooh, you got some cute ass shoes. Oh, she got a nice butt. And I do. Like, if I see somebody who's got a nice booty, I'm like, you got a nice booty. And there's arm candy all over that place. There's dudes with like half a shirt on and like, and I'm just like, yep. So it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not letting anybody stop me. I'm not letting some little snot-nosed tweet, like 20-year-old kids, like, keep me from doing what I need to do. They have no idea the work it's taken for me to get to this point, and no little snide remarks going to keep me from coming back. Matter of fact, I'll just come back to spite them. Matter of fact, the next time I see them, I'm just going to go snuggle up to them. I'm just going to go over there and lick one of their faces and see how they like that, little shits. I'm going to go over there and be like, so how y'all doing? You guys doing good today? Want to work out? Give them the crazy eye. But all joking aside, guys, like, it's not cool to bully anybody, and I think anybody who would watch this channel already knows all of this, so I'm just kind of reiterating it, just cosmically putting it out there in the universe. And you know, if you are being bullied, you know, I'm sorry. And, you know, it's a hard and awful thing to have to go through. And if you see it being done, no one is going to stand up for you but you. Like, if you see it being done, or somebody that you know is near you and is participating in it, that's your choice. That's your choice to let someone do that near you for you to be a part of it. Like, and it happens so often. That's not the kind of person I want to be. That's not the kind of life I want to live. And I'm working really hard not to be that person. So when people talk about me, they'll be like, yeah, genuinely nice person. That's what I would like to. And when I die, there is about 2 things I'd like to be said. She was funny, and she was a genuinely nice person. I would like that a lot. I would like that a lot. Alright, guys, I have rambled on for 11 minutes, and God knows why. I love your faces. And I'm sure I had more stuff to talk about, but I'm just going to shut up now. I will talk to you later. Bye.